Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we just gonna talk about our next topic, which is gonna be the directional bias for the day. Everybody knows, everybody want to know where the market is gonna go next day. I have a bad news, which is gonna be nobody don't know where the market is gonna go. Unfortunately, nobody don't know. So to predict like 100%, nobody won't predict it. But I got a solution, guys, for you. It's all about. Then again, it's all about what type of trader you are, guys. So anyway, I'm looking on the daily chart, yeah, and I got two ways to expect the directional bias for the next day. Yeah, it's easy to say, for example, let me just grab a remove drawings. Yeah, it's easy, guys, to say like we're right now going down. Yeah, but look how many candles. Yeah, so it's 3 days in a row. You would just lose even more than that, because for example you would expect like kind of days, yeah, and it was making the pullback, but the pullback that can be 3 4 a week. It can be of pullbacks, 2 weeks of pullbacks. So that means if you are a scalper, yeah, because I'm trying to teach like a scalping thing where you can be like inside the market in and out like very quick. And so what we can do, we don't need like that sort of daily bias, yeah, because everybody can see we are actually going up in the long run, yeah. So most likely here we will gonna start ripping up, yeah, somewhere here, because if you're checking the leg to leg, you can see we are under 50%. So most likely I would say I'm gonna expect a bullish move, yeah. But that's easy to say that, because I can say 100% we're gonna move, but when we're gonna move and how we're gonna move, we don't know that, because the price action way can do, he can just stuck here somewhere, move back and forth, move back and forth, and then just 2-3 days just ripping up. That it can be. So what I would say, guys, is don't pay attention to this sort of directional bias, because we are not swing traders. Yeah, for the swing traders is alright, but even for the swings, yeah, a lot of people, when you don't know, yeah, you would say like, yeah, break and retest, and you see here some sort of rejection, you enter the trade, but that's like daily time frame, yeah, and you're waiting like 2 hours, and you would wait like 3 weeks already, and you're still in drawdown. So it doesn't really make sense to me to trade like that. So instead, what I would say is to predict the next day with the previous day price action, yeah, guys. So that's my solution. Yeah, I got like two ways to. I'm gonna show you two ways to get the direction, and you can do whatever you wanna do. So let's just write. You see, here is a messy. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this messy. Yeah, because due to the fact that we can pick from here, but let's just take from here. Yeah, I literally gonna take from this candle. Yeah, so basically, what we can see here, yeah, we can see here. I would expect on this Friday, yeah, to be a bullish move. Yeah, but just due to the fact that it's like so weak on Thursday, think about daily. Sorry, about the days of the week, because if I wanna show you something, guys. If, for example, everybody knows how the candles are created, yeah, something like that, something like that, then like that, oops, then like that, and like that, yeah. Let's just put it this way. This I would put it like, let me just visibility, template, style, extended to the right background. Okay, yeah, that's our candle. good at drawing, but that's kind of our candle. So basically, if you're checking every single candle, 80% of the time, is go like wicks at the top and at the bottom. I would count that. Think about it, guys. If Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the price just goes in one direction all 4 days, most likely the Friday is gonna, because if you're checking the weekly, it has to extend back somewhere, because it can't just go like straight. If you're checking every single week, at the end of the week we see pullbacks. So what you can do, you can just wait and trade either only Thursday and Friday, just because, guys, that's funny, but which is go all the time is go like pullbacks. You see pullback, this is a winning day. This Friday is a this Friday is a winning. You can still grab. Here is huge rejection. Guys, you understand like how many pips is that? Like if checking down the week, that's like 200 pips, 2000 pips basically. 2000 basically to 200 pips, let's say it this way. On this week, from Thursday to Friday, you can look for low 500 pips, guys. Are you serious right now? 500 pips, and that's by Friday. That means if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday went up, then Thursday and Friday just can go down, because the price action, it can't go just in one direction. So you have to understand that. That's the first thing. If 3 days in a row the price goes down, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the price goes down, you can look for potential buys on the Thursday and Friday. So you don't need literally to trade every single day. You can trade just 2 days a week, like the last 3. You just coming like Thursday morning, and you're just seeing like how the price looks. For example, today is Friday. I'm just gonna make a quick a thing. If this is bullish, I'm gonna wait for London to, but basically, to be honest, London I think already went down. Let's just see so basically that from Thursday, you see it went up, and then today I'm gonna still expect maybe push down and go up then, but I'm definitely not gonna look for buys. Sorry, I'm not gonna look for sales 100%. I'm gonna look for buys, but definitely not for sales, due to the fact that, guys, even here, think logically. Monday ranging, Tuesday went down, broke the previous day low, Wednesday broke the previous day low, and then obviously it can't go like, even Thursday it can go, but I'm gonna still look for buys, because usually the last 2 days, the Thursday and Friday, usually is the reversal, and it's gonna get like back to the point where it was. So I mean, like, it's gonna make the retracement of the candle. So I would look like right here, I would look for some crazy move to the downside, and when I'm gonna see that, and I would like literally to break this the previous Wednesday low. If I'm gonna break the previous Wednesday low, I'm gonna look for buys. So that's what happens here. You could buy, and here obviously I'm gonna still wait. Maybe I was gonna break this London low, or just break this on the 5 minutes time frame. What you can do, I'm gonna expect this sort of stuff, but that's like the actual strategy. That's the actual strategy. So what I'm gonna expect today, sorry, I'm gonna expect the price action to break above, retest, and then move up, either to come here to break below, to move back up, to retest, and then move up. That's what I'm gonna look for. I'm just gonna look for buys. Even if it goes down and it won't be no trade, fair enough, guys, but you can do that even every single day. That's the first way how you can identify the daily bias. So basically, if 3 days goes down, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday, you can look for buys. and on the buy side, then opposite, Thursday and Friday you can look for sells. Yeah, that's the first way you can get the directional bias. Yeah, the second way how you can get the directional bias is going to be this way. Yeah, if for example this day is been a loser day because you was expecting, I'm gonna look at the previous day. Yeah, so if previous day is being bearish, I just gonna look for the next day to be bearish also. Yeah, that's it, simple as that. Previous day bearish, today I'm gonna look for bearish. It's been a bullish. Yeah, fair enough, and kind of it's been a loss, but still you could grab some points only because on sales. Yeah, only because most likely that was a New York session and it's moved down to 86 by the end of the day with 86 points, 86 pips. So you could manage like 86 on sales. Yeah, but then next day you're gonna expect a bullish day. Yeah, just due to the fact that this day has been bullish, so I'm gonna expect this bullish. Yeah, same stuff, boom, it's been a bullish day and it's very nice. The third day I'm gonna expect a bullish one. Yeah, and what happened, guys? What happened? You could grab some bullish move. If you're seeing the reaction, that's like 150 pips, 150 pips, guys, from the open. Yeah, you could grab some pips. Yeah, but at the end of the day it closed bearish. So obviously next day I'm gonna expect bearish move. What happened is a bearish move. Yeah, then on Friday I'm gonna expect bearish move. Yeah, so that's what happened. He went, I think like that was Asia and then London, and maybe New York session just plummeted to the downside, or maybe Asia is being like up, then London down, and then New York back up because it's Friday. So I assuming the Friday is being like back up. Yeah. So this day, the Monday. To be honest, Monday I don't really like to trade just because I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, I'm gonna expect a bearish move. Yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Yeah, it's been kind of like you could grab like in New York some pips to the downside on the retracement of the day, but still, like I would expect like a bearish move, and you wouldn't be wrong just because the the price actually went lower. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. This day you're gonna expect a bullish move just to the fact that this has been a bullish, but you have to, guys, also pay attention to the EMAs. Yeah, you see, like they kind of below EMA, so most likely the next day is going to be bearish. But then again, that's totally up to you, guys. I just showing you the way how you can just pure on price action. Yeah, I'm gonna say today is gonna be on this day, on this Tuesday, it's gonna be a bearish move. Yeah, it wasn't a bearish move, it was sorry, a bullish move. It was a bearish move. Yeah, so fair enough, guys. It just either I won't take trades, either I just gonna take a loss. Fair enough. But then next day I'm gonna take a bearish move, I'm gonna win, and then again I'm gonna win, and then am I gonna lose, and then I'm gonna lose, and then I'm gonna win. Just the fact that, guys, this has been a bearish move, but look at this pressure, guys. Like, are you serious? Like, here's like 160 pips move like on this week. Yeah, so basically the price during the day, yeah, has been here, and most likely the how is it called, the London's been like that, and then the New York session has been moving up. Yeah, but fair enough. And then next day I'm gonna still expect a bearish move. Yeah, maybe you could grab some, maybe you just don't. So either is no trade, either is a loss. But then again is a winning, and then is a loss, and then is a loss, and then is a loss, and then is a win, and then is a win, and then is a loss, and then is a loss, and then is a win. So basically that's the way how you can count literally the price, the bias, the daily bias. Yeah, it's gonna be more comfortable for you to watch it and to understand what I mean by that only when you're gonna watch all my videos and you will understand the strategy. So that will gonna make sense what I'm talking about. Yeah, because usual, even I'm saying is a losing day. Yeah, but it's not actually a losing day. Most likely it's just gonna be like a not trade day. So basically when you're right, but when you're wrong, most likely either it won't be no confirmation, either it won't be wherever you like to show up on the price, so on the price action. So sometime, I mean, on my experience, usual, yeah, I get the daily bias, and sometime the price action, if it closes bearish, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, that day literally just maybe don't providing me entry opportunity, so I just missing that one. And then next day as well, I don't getting the opportunity, but maybe I'm getting the opportunity. So something like that, yeah. That's the second method, how you can get the directional bias. Um, First is gonna be the days of the week. The second way you can grab the previous day has been a bearish or bullish, yeah. And the third way where you can grab, yeah, is just because um, you can grab the actual candles, yeah. Don't even pay attention, guys, to the price action, where it open, where it close. Just look at the literally candles themselves, yeah. So basically, I would say from here, yeah, if it's been, I'm gonna count today to be a bearish move, yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't. It broke above this candle, yeah. So I would say right now is bullish move, yeah. So basically, in today's day, I'm gonna wait a bullish move, not bearish, a bullish, yeah. And then what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get again bearish move because it didn't. This is gonna be my high low. It's gonna be the same sort of way, like where I would make this market structure, yeah. I'm gonna count this market structure only by candles, if you know what I'm talking about. I won't pay attention like literally to the pullbacks and if it breaks the structure or not. I'm just gonna take the literally daily high and low. That's gonna be the most common sense, yeah. So what's gonna be, I'm gonna trade up, my buy is gonna be up, 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 and then it didn't broke above this structure, but it broke below this structure, yeah. So basically it's kind of what we do. We see boom, push, pull back, push, and then break a structure of this structure, yeah, pull back. And then what happened? I'm gonna expect to break this low, yeah, but unfortunately what happened? It didn't broke nothing, so we're still sitting here, yeah. I'm just gonna put like two lines like that, and I know for a fact we going to the downside, yeah. So what do we see here? You can do two things from here. First, either you just you seeing like first day is been between this candle, so you don't really, you having like still a bearish bias, yeah. Then this day broke this high, so most likely the trend is changing, yeah. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pay attention to this one, yeah. Just due to the fact that it changed the market, yeah. um, I'm gonna do it like that, and it's kind of same sort of thing, yeah. Pull back, trying to go back down, it couldn't, and broke the high again, yeah. And what I'm gonna expect, you see, broke the low, broke the high, retest, goes higher. But then again, what happens? This one still been a bullish day, kind of. It just closed bearish, but they didn't broke this low. And then what happens? They breaking this low, yeah. They breaking this low. So we right away, I'm saying we turn bearish. So what happened here? We turn bearish on this day. We turn bearish on this day. We turn bearish on this day. Bearish, 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 still bearish, still bearish because it broke to the downside. And then this basically day, yeah, what happened? It broke to the upside, yeah. You would say like, yeah, the bias is changing, but then at the end of the day it closing very strong bearish move. So I still would expect logically, yeah, I would expect the next day to be, so that's what happened. And then bearish, bearish, and then a small candle. We don't know where it's gonna go, and I think it broke to the downside and then went up to the downside, upside. So what's gonna happen this day? I'm gonna count we are in the uptrend, just due to the fact that we know at the end of the day we see how actually the candle closed. So on if I would say right now like that, yeah, on the midnight, at the midnight, yeah, I would say like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, yeah, we broke to the downside, but at the end of the day we closed above this candle, so literally engulfed like two candles, two previous candle engulfed. I would say even the third, but the third it wasn't the week, so the body definitely three candles. So most likely we just gonna be bearish. bullish, and then again bullish, and then bearish. You see, we closed strong bearish, so I'm gonna expect to go down, and it's still like it shows you. Then it's trying to broke to the upside, and then back down, and then it's consolidation. You understand, this is the consolidation one. Yeah, when you see like a little bit up, a little bit down, but it doesn't really matter, guys. It doesn't really matter. And then again up, and then kind of up, but then down, 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 and then broke this high, and then broke back again. And you see like how you can just literally, I'm gonna take a pen, yeah, and I'm gonna draw what I mean by market structure and daily bias. Push, pull back, push, pull back, push, pull back. You see how the actual trend is moving. So you can get the daily bias, like just don't get confused. So yeah, guys, that's kind of was the daily bias. How you can get the daily bias. I'm not telling you to do it this way. I'm doing this way, and that works for me. And you can try and just open the chart, guys. Just open the chart and think logically, like what you could do, like from here, yeah, push, pull back, then it went down a little bit, and then if broke these days high, what most likely, what makes you think, yeah, just think logically, yeah, here is a low, and here is a high, yeah, here is a high, and here is a low, and this low is lower than this low, yeah. So what makes you think, I'm just giving you a question, what makes you think is gonna be sells if it breaks this high? Just think logically, because everybody knows first, yeah, everybody knows above previous day high and low there is liquidity, and if it breaks above, that's one thing. But if this shit closes above, bro, like, are you serious? Are you still thinking there is a sells? Hell no, I'm gonna wait for buys next day. Like, seriously, look at this beautiful candle. Like, do you really shows you any evidence that is gonna be any sells? And the next day, no, I don't think so. Look at this powerful, look at this powerful move, you feel me? And then on this one, look, low, high, and then this candle is just in the middle of nowhere. What makes you think that is gonna be sells? Alright, if it breaks this low, yeah, which it did, I'm gonna change my bias. But then again, guys, the signal or the entry, the whatever setup you're getting, yeah, it doesn't really matter. It might won't even, like, you know what can happen usual, breaks above, and if for example you're waiting for the retest, it's just gonna come back like impulsively. They won't even provide you any messages like it's a sell right here. They won't provide you. But even if it will, then you're just gonna take a loss as a man. And that's trading. That's how it works. I'm not here to tell you like every single time this bias will work, but that potentially can change and to improve your win rate. I mean, like, I just saw a video, and when I checked actually on my eyes on the chart, I understood that stuff will might help me and my trading, and that's what it did. So guys, I'm not showing you rocket science. I'm showing you whatever shit I saw on the internet, on YouTube. Basically, I don't buy any course. I just saw all this stuff on internet, and I just trying to combine on my own strategy. So that's what you can do. If you got your own strategy, you can just apply that as a directional bias, and you will see the difference. You just try the seed. But you don't even listen to me. You just can do whatever stuff you want. So I won't push nobody. And then look at this. Boom. Is this candle showing you like, yeah, it's a weak candle, yeah? But look at the actual like low, high, push, pull back, push, pull back, yeah? And it closed kind of like a doji, yeah? But don't pay attention to the body, yeah? Pay attention to the actual wicks where they are. This is between like this one, so it doesn't really show me like some evidence of selling. If it breaks this low, then yeah, am I gonna look for sales? But it broke this back high again, so I'm gonna look for buys. Same here again, broke above, yeah, and closed bearish. So here am I gonna take a little bit of tension of, for example, yeah, if this pin bar, yeah, everybody knows usually after that it might gonna be a bearish move, yeah, for example. And just think logically, guys. You can just take like on break or retest, yeah, that's what I'm using for. I'm just telling you right away. You can get like break and retest of this low, break, retest, and goes down. Simple, simple, guys. Break and retest of this one, and you can take 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 1. Doesn't really matter, guys, at least if you are right. But for example, you're gonna pay attention because it might gonna be a sell, but it can be a buy too. So you can just literally take, like that, and you're just gonna trade off this zone. So anyway, guys, this is for another video. I'm not gonna take your ages. So basically, that's the 3 ways that you can get the directional bias. If you like, hit the like button, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. I won't waste your time for too long, because you know, I don't know even if you guys will gonna watch to the end, because if you're gonna watch to the end, then big up to you guys, and thanks for watching, and let me know if you want me to cover up any other topics. I'm just telling you right away, that's the topics which I covering, and check my previous video where I post like all the topics who am I gonna cover in the future. So yeah, guys, simple as that. See you guys in the next video. Peace and love.